I'm crossing out names, and no one is safe. I'm crossing out names, and no one is safe. I'll leave a rose on your grave. It's the dove and
And welcome to Wrestlehouse X, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mike Kilcole, joined here by my co-host
Ace Montgomery, and I'm excited. 10th anniversary for Wrestlehouse events. Wrestlehouse X about to get underway.
and we're here for a massive day today. First come to the ring we have the Russian badass Baz going one-on-one with El Violador Cortez in a Tequila Sunrise match here today. Now the object of this match, almost very much like anything on a pole match. Both competitors must try and climb up before one another and grab the bottle of tequila, which is secured up on the pole.
Yeah, we saw earlier in the previous episode how this match came about. Baz ignored El Violador Cortez. Cortez threw the challenge out for Baz. The Russian badass, the only active KG dub wrestler left in the Wrestlehouse roster. He's got all the experience in the world, does Baz.
El Violador been on a very, I wouldn't say a very nasty streak of sorts. I'd say a very nasty run, throwing himself into all kinds of positions to make himself, known in Wrestlehouse. And this could potentially be the way if he knocks off this KGW legend.
Now, just look at the way that Baz moves for his age. He's still definitely got it.
Yeah, the Rave King himself. The scoundrel of vodka bottles.
Spent many years working in a metal shop before making his wrestling debut. And here comes El Violador Cortez. From Merbein, El Violador Cortez. Sort of a recent signing for Wrestlehouse. He's popped up time and time again before finally signing a contract with Wrestlehouse. Looking to prove himself today in a Tequila Sunrise match. We can see that tequila bottle suspended high above the ring.
Ace, I've heard once before that in English-speaking countries, El Violador's very frowned upon, but maybe this could be his big break today and make everyone see him for what he really is, and just a guy who wants to make a name for himself here in Wrestlehouse. And
yeah, there's been a few wild accusations thrown out at Cortez, but nothing proven. This match about to get underway. Who do you think has the advantage here? The veteran and the Russian badass, or perhaps El Violador Cortez looking to pick up his first victory in Wrestlehouse?
Well, you see, Ace, you've put it there pretty much. You've pretty much answered your own question, I guess. The legend. Baz
Here goes
himself.
Cortez going for it quick. Baz cutting him off though. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, both men going absolutely ham now for that bottle, but
Oh, Violador using some strength on Baz. Now Violador trying to make it back up there. Baz cutting him off once again.
Baz looks like a
Man coming face to face here.
looks like a beetle at sports day at school. It's,
He does look a bit like Ringo Starr, you're right. And El Violador Cortez going for the crown jewels. But Baz,
just a handful of snag right there, and
the power of Baz.
charging up and
Oh, the dick flip from Baz.
absolutely tosses, so to speak, El Violador Cortez. Pretty much out of the ring almost there. And
He has tossed the salad there quite well. And now Baz has the opportunity to climb up to the top. Violador on the outside. Now Violador once again back to his feet, trying to get there. Baz cuts him off once again. So it's really just a race to get to that tequila bottle. Tequila Sunrise match. First ever here in Wrestlehouse.
a very odd style matchup as these two non-English blokes will, one of them surely coming out on top as... Oh, and a beautiful kick from El Violador there. I think knocked the hair straight off Baz.
I think that was the glasses there. That hair is 100% real.
You can't knock the pit vipers off, mate. That's the one thing you can't do with the Russian badass.
Both men on the outside.
We've seen a lot of evolvements from Baz over the course of the last few months as well. We once remember in his debut he was pretty well fully bald, to having a long wig and now a short a grey bob of sorts, and I'm sure Baz just likes to change it up a bit. And
Yeah, well, he's been in the scene for almost 30 years. You're gonna have to change it up, and Baz knows that.
you've got to keep it relevant.
He's
of
well
course.
past his prime. I think it's fair to say, former multiple-time world champion in other promotions. And what was
Dirty
that?
little glove there. I think
Glove.
Baz just wiping it on the same dick that flipped El Violador before, and
Throwing it off to the fans. They'll enjoy that one. They'll be able to sell that on eBay for quite the profit. Now Baz taking Violador into the crowd.
yeah, you see White 2-pack run out of the way.
Crowd members getting up close and personal here. Oh, and El Violador Cortez with a low blow, the lowest of blows from Cortez.
Baz with a bit of super devil juice there. What are we going to see?
And now Violador Cortez now. Oh my God, he's looking to put Baz away very quickly.
And the glass is there again. That wasn't the wig. Let's clarify that. But, now Baz just turning the mask on El Violador.
El Violador can't see.
Now Baz, this is your chance, mate. If you're going to go for it any time.
What's Violador doing? He thinks he's got Baz. That's not that's you, Mike. That's you. Oh, Mike. Mike has just been slammed onto the commentary table.
I'm not taking that back home.
Oh, and look at Baz. Mike, I know you can't see right now. You've just been slammed from El Violador Cortez, but Baz almost grabbing that tequila bottle. You okay there, Mike? You're getting back into your seat now.
Oh, mate. I'll tell you what. That bloody Cortez.
El Violador might have a fine coming his way and attacking a commentator like that, although it was not his fault. He couldn't see for the life of him. Now,
Baz. I'm sorry. That's absolutely stunned me a bit.
I think Baz may have got a perm recently, and that's why he has to keep adjusting that hair of his. It's very hard to maintain a perm like that. And Baz, full speed ahead. Violador cuts him off. Oh!
Right in the bum hole. Absolutely crushes the tailbone of Baz there on that seat. And,
Where's El Violador going now?
El Violador may be going on a search for Jimmy Burton's power tools, but Baz sort of around there and don't know what slams his head into that door and
Taking a page out of Al Stewart, locking him in. El Violador's very creative here. He's locked Baz in.
In the fucking dungeon.
And now El Violador's got all the time in the world to climb to the... And Baz busting out.
You got a pair of bloody secretaries or something. And bloody...
Baz the barber beefcake.
And stops the Pat Deli the dog there, and
What's Baz trying to cut the tequila bottle down?
it's not gonna fall cutting it from the bottom, pal. But that might not work.
And with a sliding baseball drop kick there, sending Baz away.
No, just thinking Baz back into the ring now, and I think Violador having a bit of time there to catch his breath after Baz's little psychotic episode coming out of the shed. Violador meeting him on the other side there, and a nice little drop on the stomach with an elbow.
Here goes Baz, sent back into the ring from Cortez. Oh, and it's taken off the Pit Vipers.
It's I don't know, pretty much the equivalent of ripping the lucha mask off. You can't really do that, but now Baz is unmasked, and
When you spend as much time in a rave as Baz does, those glasses come in handy. It's very hard to see in the daylight. Pretty much sleeps all day.
in that face we have superimposed over Baz as to not reveal his true identity. And the only face we did have on hand was a very stock image of a staff member here, so
El Violador Cortez going right up to the top, and Baz cuts him off.
going for a bit of a
Oh, and
maneuver,
Baz.
straight on the gonads was Violador, just caving himself on that rope. And Baz, with the glasses again, charges up, and Baz has gone Super Saiyan, massive Super Saiyan mode right now. The Russian badass sliding out of the ring, and
Where's Baz going? Climbing up to the the tap here, and
Baz, that's not a very stable platform to be on, but you know, whatever's going to float your boat.
and slamming down onto Villador. Baz goes flying through the air.
Catching him with that forearm there, and you can see 3-puck and
Baz really winding back the clock there,
3
showing that despite his age, he's still got what it takes to make it here as a Wrestlehouse superstar.
And you look so gobsmacked right now, Ace. You're looking straight up at the sky. Like, I think you should probably pay attention to the match right now. But
My neck's still adjusting from when Baz was all the way up in the sky. And Villador.
beautiful shot there to the stomach using the ladder.
Oh, the ladder that Villador brought into the match earlier.
You gotta wonder, maybe the ladder might give a bit of leverage if it's put in the ring up to the top there, but you know, Baz slowly
I'm gonna give you
climbing.
that bit of extra height. Baz on one leg now.
Villador slowly making his way up on the ladder, and both men at the bottom now.
Villador cuts him off on the other side. Baz is right there. All he's gonna do is reach up.
Baz nearly just snapping the pole with him, but shots back and forth. Villador and Baz both up on the top here.
Villador might just be a bit far away, and sending Baz's head straight in the pole. Baz goes down. It's all Villador's now.
This is it. This is the moment.
El Villador for his first win in Wrestlehouse. He's there, the tequila bottle in hand. Baz nowhere to be seen, and El Villador.
The bottle, and El Villador fitting the Mexican stereotype right now.
I don't think he likes the tequila, but he's won the match, and he'll be drinking to celebrate for sure.
You know, that's one very, very odd Mexican to take the tequila that badly, but either way, a very, very awesome win for El Villador here. And
Well, despite being a luchador, he was born in Murbean, so
yes,
perhaps
well, I'm surprised, you know, the other head hasn't made its appearance yet, but, you know, maybe sometime down the track. But for today, I think El Villador is just going to be celebrating with
and
the one.
Baz does look very disappointed. Baz going through quite an illustrious career. He doesn't get many opportunities to perform these days, but bit of sportsmanship between Villador and Baz.
Baz happily accepting that drink, maybe
Baz showing the young kid how it's done.
maybe a little too accepting of that.
You can see the hairs on Baz's chest popping out right now. Villador looks on in disbelief. That was Villador's celebratory bottle, and Baz has just slammed it all down. Feeling the effects of it though.
Quite quickly, in fact. And he's trying to go back up the bottle that's not there anymore.
I don't think Baz realised that he's lost the match. And bit of sportsmanship between these two stars here is Baz helping a very inebriated. El Villador helping a very inebriated Baz back to the gorilla position here.
Yeah, Baz just looking like he's been hit by an absolutely fucking huge freight train right now, but still happy about things for some reason. But you know.
I don't even think Baz knows where he is at the moment.
And coming up in just a few moments, we do have the Heatwave Championship on the line as Gonzo defends it against Cat Scan and Robo Sanjay. Robo Sanjay being a #1 contender for quite a few months now, and Cat Scan kind of toying his way into this match by attacking Vinci backstage, as we have only just found out recently. Let's head to the ring now, where we will see this Heatwave triple threat underway. We're here at the ring for the Heatwave triple threat match. Vinci Gonzo defending against Cat Scan and Robo Sanjay, making his way up to the ring now, 1/3 of the sector of Ruin. Cat Scan.
The Cat Man himself, representing the sector of Ruin, former Lucha Malvados, good Lucha Team's partner of Vinci Gonzo, and here he's looking for some retribution after Vinci turned his back on him all the way back to Game Over. And then you add Robo Sanjay, the #1 contender for the Heatwave, into the mix, and we're going to have a very exciting match here.
Oh, Vinci's chances of winning drastic go down, that's for sure. But you know, we've got to throw in that also Robo Sanjay, while a very reckless, explosive competitor, has been known to pull a few sneakies and get his way. So we could possibly see the first ever, well, aside from Lockie B, the first ever MXW Heatwave champion. Heatwave champion from MXW, I should clarify, but making his way out to the ring now, obviously, the aforementioned Robo Sanjay.
And Robbo really does add an interesting mix to this match. We've seen previously, he doesn't seem to play by the normal rules. Parodying the other sector member, Jimmy Burton.
The staff member Flowers, who I had confused Jimmy Burton with last week, catching the other Kendo there. Cameron Flowers, our staff.
Look at LT Gray playing some tunes on his trusty guitar.
You know, both.
Especially because the guitar does only have 4 strings, really makes it difficult for LT Gray. But
yes, well, I think T Gray only having the 4 fingers definitely helps. But
here comes the champion, and he cops one from Robbo, and Vince Gonzo does not look happy.
Very pissed off Gonzo. Obviously, the Cat Scans attacked a couple of weeks ago, and you know, Robbo's, well, big mouth, I guess you would say. Vince's not going to do it. Where's he going here? He decided to choose between a rake and a shovel. Gets the shovel, tosses that in as well. This is the most reckless version of Vince we've ever seen. He grabs the guitar, smashes Catman.
Yeah, Vince not happy.
And very snazzy looking angry Vince. I'm not sure what's going on here. Whether, him and Jason Statham from the Transporter have had a few words prior, but almost falling over that guitar. But Vince playing the guitar, a fucking master of puppets. A very horrible rendition of Master of Puppets, but that's a surprise, you know, Vince being able to play guitar somewhat. Maybe had some lessons from LT Gray at some point.
And this match hasn't even gotten underway yet. There's just been chaos to start with. As we mentioned, you know, we really thought this match was going to really divulge into this, and Vince not happy at all.
Shooting T Gray a little warning there.
And if you're Robbo, Sanjay, and Katsgan, you're going to be cautious now. The champ is on a warpath.
And Peter Graham taking the Heatwave title, holding it up. This does fall under traditional triple threat rules, no disqualifications.
No countouts. The champion doesn't need to be pinned here.
Yes, well, also, you know, another disadvantage for Vince Gonzo, I guess.
Yeah, there is no champion's advantage when it comes to triple threats, is there?
Yes, and if you have seen the Scott Steiner sacrifice promo, you will know exactly what the odds are here for Vince.
You will lose. Your wife will leave you, and she'll take the
Robbo
children.
asking for some
I am sorry.
help here of some sort, but Vince just throwing some shots.
Yeah, Robbo Sanjay definitely is an interesting character, isn't he?
Yeah, very mesmerizing, very fun.
Well loved by the Wrestlehouse fans as well. And we're getting a bit of a Luchas Malvados team up here.
Yeah, Catman a bit reluctant to.
You know they don't like each other, but also, you know, this is a triple threat. They were a successful tag team. They can definitely cut Robbo Sanjay out of this and then make it what we've got here, a one-on-one between Katskin and Vince.
Oh, did you hear him?
And you know, they even still look pretty similar, kind of, in a way. You know, it's almost like they're connected with that.
Katskin.
Beautiful distraction. Nails Vince in the face with that drop.
Yeah, there is no friends when it comes to the Heatwave Championship. And now a jumping heel kick from Katskin. Really has the champion reeling. Katskin taking a minute to address our fans here. And,
Troubling Lucha Town.
I don't think he
up.
quite got it all. He sort of hit the back of the shoulder there. Not right where Gonzo wanted to hit him. And
Mocking the Catman now.
Gonzo going to taunt the crowd a bit. Stomping.
Straight onto that same shoulder.
I regret that.
And Robbo taking time to hide out. And this is a good strategy in a triple threat for sure. You know, if he can time it perfectly, like just let these two men go at each other, and then Robbo can slide in and perhaps take a sneaky win. What is LT Gray doing in the back there? Just standing with the Heatwave Championship.
T-Gray just seems to teleport in different places every time I see him.
I don't think T-Gray really knows what's going on at any time.
Robbo with that bottle.
And we're getting some good wrestling in the ring here, like Katsgan and Gonzo. These two definitely had a lot of in-ring chemistry. And if I take you back, Mike, if I can, these two, whilst we know them as good Lucha Things and Luchas Malvados, very good friends for a very, very long time, they weren't always that way. Let's not forget that these two were at one point mortal enemies.
Yes, well, literally just before the Vince Gonzo's battle against Luke Kemia back in the day at one of our Wrestlehouse events, and facing off a couple of times with Katsgan, beautiful sort of one-man KTM there. Robbo trying to sneak it off.
Yeah, Robbo's trying to sneak in. And this rivalry does stem back ages before before that, Katscan and Vince Gonzo, both of their families running opposing pasta restaurants, and it's really stemmed from there, but they were able to patch things up and create good lucha things, later turned into Luchas Malvados. Robo Sanjay throwing boots out left, right, and center, even some not connecting, and getting a bit scared off from Vince Gonzo.
Still don't know what Tigre's doing, but Tigre seems to be just helping whoever
Tigre
he can.
interfering here.
I think
There is no rules. Tigre is more than welcome to get involved in here and
Yes, and I think
handing Katscan.
I think
There's
Tigre-
been some allegations that Tigre and Katscan could be related, and Tigre
Yeah, and
giving Katscan a shiner.
from Vince.
And now Vince's going to like Tigre out. Robo Sanjay still isn't in the ring.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like rolling elbow there from Vince. I'm feeling like maybe El Tigre has a little bit of a soft spot for Katscan. On Robbo,
Not quite a rolling thunder and Robo.
no disqualifications. He can't get disqualified for this, but going to pin the referee. And a
Oh,
kick
super
from
kick.
Vince.
Yeah, just because you can't be disqualified doesn't mean putting a hand on an official is ever okay. It might have cost him here just kicking out too.
You gotta wonder, that's probably going to be the second fine handed out for tonight. For El Violador's little mishap on me earlier, the bastard.
The Katscan kicks coming into play there, and
Just clips Vince.
here he goes. Catman splash.
Right onto Vince, Robo Sanjay, sorry, but Vince.
And both
Tigre
El
breaking it up.
Tigre and Gonzo there to break that one up. Really, what's Katscan now?
Katscan trying to roll up Tigre, but
Tigre's not in the match.
Peter Graham just looking on.
Title to the back of the head of Katscan. Chaos is really breaking loose here. Gonzo with a pin now. Got his foot on the ropes, but there is no rope breaks in a triple threat match.
Referee
Luckily-
doesn't even see the foot anyway, I don't think.
Luckily,
so,
Sanjay there to break it up.
could have almost been a bad ending there for Katscan, taking the title to the head before not winning it. Vince looking a bit hot and bothered right now.
El Tigre really running interference for his buddy Sanjay.
Not sure what Tigre's doing over here, maybe helping Vince unbutton the shirt, but seems to be having a bit of trouble. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, the kitty claw is locked and loaded. And
Tigre's ripped the shirt.
Oh.
Completely misses. Tigre stepping out of the way of that kitty claw. I think Vince maybe sort of signaling him a little, but either way, trying to take control of Katscan. And both men sort of rolling around. All sorts of fuckery
roll
right
up
now.
here from Katscan. And oh, Sanjay!
Guitar. Beating the shit out of Katscan with it, and Vince Gonzo cops one as well. And Robbo celebrating with a bit of Wonderwall. You know, this is something we have heard a couple of times from Robo Sanjay.
A big Oasis fan is Robo Sanjay.
Yes. Some have even said, you know, under that mask, he's believed to look a bit like Liam Gallagher, but we're not too sure.
And Robo not really taking advantage here, and in fact, Tigre now putting Katscan on, only to roll him off, really just taunting Katscan and Gonzo.
I think Tigre just sort of trying to get in the head of both of these luchas here while Robbo looks on and tries to take advantage where he can.
Really, Robbo has got to take advantage of this. He's got Katscan down, he's got Gonzo on the ropes, and guitar shot after guitar shot. It's just really wearing down these two competitors. Robbo could be minutes away from becoming a Heatwave champion in Wrestlehouse.
You know, I've noticed there's been about, I've counted about 5 shots, 6 shots maybe with that guitar, and it's not snapped yet, so there must be something. And Vince over here at the springboard drop kick of sorts. I think Robbo a little bit far to get all of it, but still managed to take him off his feet.
And now Tigre picking up that guitar. Who knows what he's doing? Katscan stirring on the other side.
And honestly, I think Tigre's just happy to be here in the ring. Not in the match, but just absolutely stoked to be out here with his partner, Robo Sanjay.
And now Gonzo taking shots at Katscan.
You know, both men out on the
I've seen this
here.
before.
When Gonzo with a sort of uranagi of sorts to the outside. A bit different from
Gonzo
Vince
bottom.
Gonzo there. Making his way out to the and
Now you've got to think it's going to be just a Robo Sanjay, Vinci Gonzo one-on-one here for the Heatwave Championship. CatScan, he's got to be taken quite out from that. And Robo Sanjay.
That Oscillioth rising from Ryan
Shades
Tate.
of Ryan Tate and CatScan. I don't know how CatScan's able to walk again after that, but somehow back into this ring, just able to save himself the Heatwave Championship. And now
You know, Ryan Tate has got to be livid after seeing that. A
CatScan with a
suplex,
beautiful delayed suplex.
planting Robo Sanjay, but Tigre coming in for the
Tigre
save.
making the save. Really protecting Robo Sanjay here.
Catman going for another suplex here, but Vinci managing to counter out. I think maybe CatScan taking a bit long to get over to Vinci.
DDT.
Plants CatScan.
And
onto
really,
his
at this
head
point,
now.
this is anybody's game. Vinci Gonzo seems to have the advantage right now. Robo Sanjay looks a bit confused as to where he's at. Vinci Gonzo going to go up. He's got CatScan in position. But even Vinci is hurt here.
I think maybe the
I'm the Catman.
on trying to rip off that Catman splash and hit Catman with the splash there, going for the pin. Catman quickly rolling out at one, and a kick to the head of Vinci Gonzo. Takes him down to his knees. Now CatScan going up the top. Maybe we're going to see how it's properly done. Catman splash on Vinci Gonzo. Just a one-upsmanship really here. You know, Vinci trying to pull out all the mocks and Catman pulling out all the stops and charging up for that spear now. The Catman spear. Tigre acting like a bloody hooligan next to him. And we're not sure if Catman realises that Tigre is actually there, but that could potentially be bad. But I think Tigre just trying to pull a bit more hype than anything. Doing a little mockery there to the big dog. Catman spear nails Vinci Gonzo. We don't know where Robo Sanjay is, but Catman wins.
CatScan taking home the Heatwave Championship for the Sector of Ruin. Primal Roar.
Nailing Vinci Gonzo with that primal roar.
And that spells disaster for Vinci Gonzo losing his Heatwave Championship in El Tigre. Not too sure what's happened here, but CatScan with his first singles title in Wrestlehouse to add to the resume. And you got to think the Sector boys are going to be happy with that one.
It's going to be a big party tonight.
They currently are the tag team champions. Got to defend them tonight against the Righteous Plan. But if all goes well, it looks like the Sector will be celebrating. Not only the Heatwave, the Tank Tunnel, and the Commonwealth Championship as well. Great effort from CatScan. Vinci, you've got to think he's going to be disappointed with that.
You can imagine there is going to be a pretty big party in the Sector's department tonight.
Yeah, still to come, we do have the tag team match that I briefly mentioned. The Sector of Ruin are going to defend the tag team championship that they only recently won against from the Righteous Plan, as Ryan Tate's back on ELP. That's coming up for you, as well as the main event tonight, the Wrestlehouse Championship. On the line, triple threat, Ryan Tate, Ace Shack, and Johnny Chrome.
And so, the Righteous Plan making their way out to the match.
The two remaining members of the Righteous Plan, and a group that's really fallen in recent times. Just last event at Game Over. 4 members of the Righteous Plan, Lockie B and Ryan Tate, since leaving the Righteous Plan, and it's just ELP and Crowley remain.
And as we know, Lockie B kicked out only a short couple of weeks ago out of the Righteous Plan. ELP deeming him as the weakest link in the group, I guess, but you know.
And that's something that I don't think sat well with Ryan Tate, who then proceeded to not only turn his back on the Righteous Plan, but also cost the Righteous Plan the tag team champions that now belong to the Sector of Ruin. Jimmy Burton and Frankie Grime, followed out by the Heatwave champion CatScan. Jimmy Burton patented, toss little develop. I find that disrespectful myself. What are your thoughts on that, Mike?
Yeah, well, you know, it's always sort of been a thing with Jimmy Burton. I think a bit careless, a bit destructive, but you know, being part of the Sector of Ruin now, hopefully, you know, someone a bit more straightened out, like Frankie Grime or CatScan, can maybe, you know, show him a bit of value in the gold there, because For such a revered thing in Wrestlehouse, you know, I don't think Burton seems to take that too seriously.
Well, let's also have a look at Frankie Grime, also the Commonwealth Champion from MXW. Just to take a look at this, right? We've had the Squadron, we've had the Righteous Plan. These two teams pretty much dominated, the Squadron in particular, for over a year. The Righteous Plan came in, they've held all the belts as well. But never in such a short time has a group managed to have this much gold around their waist. 4 championships between the 3 of them. They're doing quite well for themselves with Sector of Ruin.
Yeah, it's very wonderful indeed. Pretty much a complete swap of the Righteous Plan, who held pretty much the exact same titles only a couple of short weeks ago as well.
It's incredible how quickly the Sector of Ruin has seemingly put an end to the Righteous Plan, who were such a dominant group for so long.
You know, Frankie Grime being pretty much a day one competitor from Wrestlehouse. Jimmy Burton kind of closely following behind. You know, Burton being... You're trying to say the reason for Frankie Grime winning his first world title here in Wrestlehouse, but, you know, things have obviously panned out pretty up and down between them both, but today they're obviously here on the same page. Their bond is stronger than ever, as well as Catman, who is a very, very odd selection for the group, I'd say, but, you know, Frankie and Burton seem to have a lot of faith in the Catman, so, you know, and congratulations to Catman a little earlier on for winning the Heatwave title and beating Vincho Gonzo and Robbo Sanjay, but this match gets underway now. Crowley and Grime.
You have to imagine the Sector of Ruin hoping to retain here so they can hold on to the tag team and the Heatwave, as well as the Commonwealth Championship from MXW. And Frankie all over Crowley early in this match.
Crowley and Grime squaring each other up a bit after a bit of a reset. Lock up again.
Ooh, Crowley, some dirty tactics there. And Frankie using a bit of strength.
He's probably the only person we've ever seen Frankie lift up comfortably in Wrestlehouse.
Yeah, despite his size, Crowley has proven himself in such a short time in Wrestlehouse. Not long since he joined the roster did he become a part of the Righteous Plan, and he's really the one fighting for this. As we saw, you know, him and ELP backstage recently, and ELP seems so disinterested, and it's really Crowley trying to keep the dream alive, so to speak. And Crowley looking to prove himself and win back those tag team championships for him and ELP. Frankie Grime with a stomp to the back of Crowley.
You know, I think Crowley over the last, well, since his debut into the Righteous Plan, not only just Wrestlehouse, I think has just tried to win over the approval of ELP and, like you said, try to prove himself. But when you're in a ring with a Wrestlehouse veteran like Frankie Grime and someone as crazy and, I want to say, uncoordinated as Jimmy Burton, but...
And just take a look at that. Frankie telling ELP to get tagged in here. Crowley's right in that corner and ELP walking away. ELP doesn't seem interested in this, does he?
Almost as if when Frankie a bit distracted there, I think, catching himself on the canvas there, or the top canvas, whatever you like to call it, but...
Crowley sending Frankie into his corner. Look at Jimmy Burton.
Lining up for that Valhalla
Crowley, yeah. This is where the inexperience of Crowley comes in. Staying in that corner where Burton was, and oh, Frankie Grime.
Where's that Johnny Chrome fella?
Some serious strength from him.
Throwing out some shade to Johnny Chrome. And the time he absolutely smashed Crowley with that
Frankie
chromosome.
got no interest in it, does he? Just toying with Vincent Crowley.
You know, I've even noticed over the last few weeks, Ace, that, you know, Frankie Grime enjoying taking a few shots at the people he's kind of come across in the last, well, sort of recent times. As we've seen last episode, taking a bit of a shot at Ace Shack's entrance. Just driving the foot into Crowley's back there.
Yeah, Crowley's throat across that turnbuckle. Trying to choke him out a bit. And what's Grime doing here? Distracting our referee. And now Jimmy Burton. Oh, this is Patton Burton. Come on, ref, turn around as if you can't hear this.
Did he just say fuck Jim Sims? I mean, I don't think I'm going to be, you know...
Jesus. As if the ref didn't hear any of that.
You know, that was clear as day. Like, ref, I heard that through me bloody headset. How did you not...
If I'm sitting all the way over here, how can the referee not hear what Jimmy Burton just did? How can you not see the remaining kendos? And now ELP throws a hand out saying, tag me in.
Burton just sadistic and careless towards...
And Crowley's hurt here. And how could it not be? And here we go.
The tin fence of Burton trying to get locked in now, and he gets it.
Oh, sitting right on the back of Crowley.
And Frankie throwing in to make sure Crowley's not going to snake out of that at all. But
And Jimmy Burton deciding to let go here, just playing with Vincent Crowley now.
you know, some people have said Jimmy Burton being the equivalent of a little kid at a restaurant.
And look at Burton, and look at this, ELP walking away.
Just leaving Vincent Crowley for dead, basically.
Burton handing ELP the tag, and ELP deciding no, he's had enough of this.
You can hear the sheer, not only frustration, but desperation in Crowley's voice there.
He's just said into Crowley what has happened here. ELP has decided to walk away from not only Vincent Crowley, but the Righteous Plan. And I think now the Righteous Plan is going to be dead, and Vincent Crowley fighting an uphill battle.
Both men just going at it now. Crime, Crowley. And Crowley setting up again. Maybe
yeah, Frankie setting up again.
Yes, I apologize. We're going into that swing instead.
Sending Crowley on a ride.
Crowley, a very small character, but the hidden power of Frankie Grimes sometimes, when it needs to come out, sometimes works in his favour, but...
You'd have to be dizzy from that.
Go.
Now hooking it up. Oh!
Shot to the back of the knees, taking out the legs of Crowley there.
He didn't actually get hit with the kendo, by the way. I mean, I've got a kendo right here. How could there be a kendo?
And really, I think Crowley, he's gonna need a miracle to pull this one off. In the ring with Frankie Grimes, former two-time Wrestlehouse champion, two-time tag team champion, Jimmy Burton, a Heatwave champion and a tag team champion in his own right. And Vincent Crowley really hasn't been in Wrestlehouse that long. I just think this experience is going to overwhelm Crowley. But as you can see, he's not giving up. He's going to fight this out, Crowley. And you have to think, if Crowley does win this, what happens with the second belt? ELP's just walked out on him, but does Crowley become a sole tag team champion? Will ELP still be the champion?
From past experiences, we would like to guess that
And a
maybe
spear
what
from
beautiful
Crowley.
spear takes down Frankie Grimes straight off his feet there.
And despite being all by himself and what he's gone through, Crowley not giving up.
Burton trying to get in a little interference there, but Grimes kicking out anyway. And you've got to think, if Crowley is to pull this off, you know, the amount of heart that he's showing right now and determination to get through this match, if he was to win it, you know, you'd only sort of hope that ELP doesn't come out to try and overshadow the victory, but I'm not sure. Beautiful DDT
from Crowley. Grimes looks rocked here. Now, Grimes has the option to tag Burton in. Crowley's really got to cut the corner out here and focus all his attention to Grimes. He's got Grimes now dazed and confused, and a last shot from Crowley.
Puts Grimes in a spot where it's going to be a
He's
bit
got to
hard
get that
tag,
shoulder
but
down.
coming
That's that extra second that can cost Crowley, but Burton comes in. But what's Burton doing now? Burton, you've only got a 5-second count, and Burton deciding to swing Crowley around.
And Burton, I think, really just lets go of Crowley and sends him.
Burton really having no care for Vincent Crowley, and now Frankie locking in a submission.
Bit of a modified STF of sorts, but sort of wrenching that shoulder up to get a bit more leverage on Crowley. And just twisting the ankle there. It's absolutely wrenching on Crowley's ankle there.
And I've got to say, ELP walking out into his partner. You hate to see that, and it just shows the kind of guy that ELP is.
You gotta wonder the anger coming out of Vincent Crowley right now, and you know, not only having his partner walk away from him, but being subjected to this, well, basically a 2-on-1 match now. This is the Sector of Ruin almost as a whole versus only Vincent Crowley, which, as we can pretty much guess right now, the Righteous Plan pretty well being no more. As ELP's left Vincent Crowley here to
You did this,
pretty much just
ELP.
cop everything.
You did this. You fucking...
Frankie Grimes letting ELP know
is
right
it.
there what he's done.
Another win for the sector,
Frankie
baby.
Grimes setting him up.
A bit of quite a claymore, but a big boot to the face of sorts.
And look at Crowley. He's out here. Burton, not even going to the effort to fully cover Jimmy Burton there. Sorry, Vincent Crowley. And the sector of ruin, retaining the tag team championships in quite shocking fashion. ELP turned his back on Crowley. It was really a 2-on-1 this entire match. And Jimmy Burton, that's just not necessary there.
An old Peter Graham, the old warning slap. Come on, mate, he's just come back from Toowoomba for the weekend. You know, both sector members, I don't think, showing any remorse, but Frankie Graham a little respective of Crowley's motivation in that match, but nevertheless.
The ref's just trying to do his job and hand Frankie the tag title. Jimmy Burton not letting him close.
This is why we can't have nice things, Jimmy. Come on. The two very, very different sides of the same page there, Jimmy Burton and Frankie Graham.
They celebrate a title retained for the tag team championship, and this does mean that they're walking out of Wrestlehouse X with not only the tag team, the Commonwealth, but also the Heatwave that we saw Kat scaring in earlier. And look at
He's
this.
back out here. Don't know what's going to happen, but he's going to just walk straight past the sector and
What a surprise. ELP.
the sector maybe.
He's the second dirtiest player of the game, isn't he?
ELP looking.
Crowley doesn't know what's going on in ELP. A twist of fate.
Fate on Crowley. You know, like
ELP.
Crowley.
Oh, here comes Lucky B.
Lucky B, the King Dreamer. Recently kicked from the Righteous Plan, but out here on a mission, really. You know, I think Lucky B and Crowley having a bit of a friendly bond when they were both in the Righteous Plan, and obviously Lucky not wanting to see Crowley go through the same crap that he did. But a very, very awesome matchup indeed. Crowley showing so much heart there, and you've got to wonder what is next for Vincent Crowley, having ELP walk
And
out.
as we're going to see here, we're going to get ELP and Lucky B even one-on-one tonight as well.
Yes, Lucky B calling out the challenge. And here at the ring for some one-on-one action from earlier at the end of the tag match. Lucky B coming out to the aid of Vincent Crowley. And,
This match wasn't planned. It's actually been quite some time since we've seen Lucky B.
Go on, ELP, come out, you little bitch.
very unscheduled and
See, we're having a
impromptu
match.
Now let's listen to what he
Get
has
the
to say.
fuck out of here. Because right now they're looking at you and all they see is a little bitch. They look at me and they see a king.
Lucky B demanding ELP to get out here.
Strong words in there. ELP, Lucky B, former Righteous Plan members, one-on-one action.
As we've seen earlier, ELP turning his back on Vincent Crowley in the tag match, only to come back out at the end and attack Crowley. ELP making the save.
Very worked up, Lucky B, the King Dreamer, and here comes ELP. Just technically competing in a tag match, although he never tagged in.
And that's the power of ELP there, taking the curtains down with him. And just looking as confident as ever. ELP actually always looks pretty confident, eh? So, like, you know, I'm pretty surprised with, you know.
I think you might be mistaking cockiness for confidence there. A personal opinion on ELP and Lucky B not even letting him get into the ring here. And Lucky B definitely has a vengeance here against ELP. Sort of unbeknownst to Lucky B, ELP planned to kick him out of the Righteous Plan, said he was the weakest link after losing the Commonwealth Championship to Frankie Graham. Once again, those two trading the belt now for the last couple of months over at MXW. Be sure to go check out the Suplex Network on YouTube to watch all the MXW
Let's just think about this for a minute.
showdowns as well as their events.
I held titles longer than you ever did.
Alright, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Where were you when we won the tag team titles?
You tell him.
Lucky B, you ain't nothing but a mark. You understand? You ain't nothing but a mark. And you know what? I'm on cruise. You are the biggest mistake that the Righteous Plan ever made.
Very dominant words there from ELP as this match slowly comes to a start.
Alright, boys.
You ready?
Both men ready here. Peter Graham officiating this match once again.
You ready? Let's go. Alright, ring the bell.
Crowd looks on, the bell rings, the match has started here. ELP and Lockie B squaring each other up.
Yeah, I was expecting this to just come straight out of the blocks, these two, especially Lockie B and ELP taking a cheap shot, not surprising it at all, and Lockie B taking one straight to the face there, and ELP now all over Lockie B early on in this match.
This life. You ain't a better. Huh? I am.
Screaming at Lockie B, sorry.
Hey, motherfucker.
Right, you got to go back to MXW when the Righteous Plan first formed. It's Ryan Tate, ELP, and they quickly recruited Lockie B and a DDT from Lockie B. These two have pretty much been inseparable since then, and now it's actually quite wild to see them one-on-one action. You sort of thought the Righteous Plan would go a bit longer, especially after defeating the Squadron and winning the tag team titles. Lockie B ducks over, and both men just colliding there with some big shoulder blocks.
You know, you could almost say Lockie B, in a way, well, I wouldn't put it brought ELP back to Wrestlehouse, but obviously we've seen Lockie B's debut into ELP's return when Lockie first made his appearance here in Wrestlehouse against Frankie Grime.
And then after that, you even saw Ryan Tate come back, so really it was, you could say in ways that the Righteous Plan only really came to Wrestlehouse because of Lockie B, and some might say it was unfair for ELP to kick Lockie B out after losing the Commonwealth Championship. Lockie B, has been such an integral part of the Righteous Plan, and now you look at how far the Righteous Plan have fallen. Not only did they lose the Commonwealth, but also the Heatwave, and as we've just seen, they failed to retain the Tag Team Championship, so they really lost everything in like the span of a couple of months, and ELP now taking his aggression out on Lockie B, and Lockie B catches him on the top rope.
Nice little choke on the top there, and drives the wind out of ELP there, just straight in the throat.
Right across the thorax, Lockie B, now with a sliding drop kick.
Both men just basically out for blood in this match. There's a splash from Lockie there.
And, I've talked about MXW quite a bit. Let's also not forget who the #1 contender for the MXW Championship is. ELP also has got that on his mind as well, and perhaps that played into the part of the reason for dismantling the Righteous Plan. Maybe, it's well documented that ELP has been quite a selfish performer in times past, so maybe thinking more about himself than what was best for the group at times.
And you've got to take into account, Ace, the amount of times that, not only our sort of state, but the country's been in lockdown and everything. Having to push things back and work around all that, I'm sure all the stress on ELP's... Oh, a beautiful elbow drop there to Lockie B, who couldn't quite see a lot of it, but, all the stress from lockdowns and all these title opportunities from ELP, and, it could be getting to his head a little, but, can't let the frustration get
Sending
too
Lockie
far to
into
you.
the corner post.
Managing to keep on top pretty well as ELP, and...
Into the outside of the ring, and the apron, hardest part of the ring.
I don't know if you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. It is the hardest part of the ring.
Yes, been well documented. Now ELP, I think he clipped onto that tap there. We can see into the fans watching eagerly on somewhere in the merch. I saw a Robo Sanjay shirt there.
ELP just flipping off the ref, not giving a shit about the rules really. Just want
Yeah,
to
this
cause
is
pain.
a singles match. There is countouts. There is disqualifications. Lockie B breaks the count and hits him with a clothesline. Very nice from Lockie B. Lockie really does have the most to prove here. I think he probably feels betrayed from ELP, and definitely would like to pick up a win here in Wrestlehouse.
Yeah, a victory over ELP here might set some things straight and maybe make ELP look at things in a different light, as opposed to over the last few weeks with Lockie, claiming that he is, as we've said before, the weakest link of the Righteous Plan, and going for that kick. ELP with a nice little roll out of the way and a boot to the head. Now that was some fucking military shit if I've ever seen it. Just delivering those straight shots to the back there. Driving Lockie B's head into that apron, but Lockie managing to recover a little bit. As ELP takes a moment on the outside.
Come on, E, get back in the ring.
circling around, and this is a very back and forth match, eh? So I've been
ELP really giving Lockie the time to get back to his feet and recuperate. And ELP should have been more on top of that beast.
off that kick, but ELP I think sort of
That is
half caught it.
ELP didn't look like he was fully ready for it, and sort of at the last second able to throw a hand up there and sort of make some separation between him and Lockie B, and Lockie B on the outside.
That airy switch, but misses straight into the post. You can see Lockie's head fly back from the impact there, and it looks like he caved himself pretty hard, but
ELP back in the ring. The count continues. Lockie's got to get back to his feet here.
if Lockie was to lose via a count out, probably wouldn't sit very well.
That's not
even
how
as a
you want to
loss in
see it
Lockie's
end, do
mind.
you? You really want Lockie to get back in here.
And stumbling around, kept falling down and stuff, but Lockie seems to be back up and back in the ring
Makes
now.
it to the ring, count of 7. ELP not giving him the chance this time. ELP instructing the referee to start the count again.
Trying to keep that separation there between himself and Lockie B.
I don't think 2 kicks to the back is going to keep Lockie B out of this ELP. You're going to need to do more.
Some shots to Lockie B over the ropes and one back straight to ELP. Bit of a shoulder tackle there, and Lockie B gonna go
B
high.
goes.
A little bit of a
Springboard and a drop kick.
off the bottom rope there.
Sort of out to the abdomen of ELP and going back up. Lockie B, bottom rope.
A bit of athleticism from Lockie B.
Bit of height and a splash.
Splash from Lockie B.
Straight onto ELP. And is this it? Could ELP, we be seeing the end of ELP here? Lockie B picks him back up.
If Lockie can hit that Dream Street or the airy switch, hits him with the Dream Street straight down.
This has got to be it.
2.
ELP.
Yeah, just
2.5. ELP kicks out, keeps this one alive. Lockie B's got to be devastated with that. He almost put away the man who turned his back on him and destroyed the righteous plan. Lockie B has to stay on top of ELP. Puts him into a sleeper hold here.
Maybe, putting ELP to sleep, not only just getting the pin, but sending him non-eyes might be a sweet victory for Lockie B there, but obviously, as we've seen, ELP managing to fight his way out there. Now ELP just looking pissed off, and on the fuck ELP ripcord right there. ELP just using the mop to himself as his own little touch on things. Very, very funny to hear ELP shout out to fuck himself, I guess. But almost getting that 3 count on Lockie B.
Roll up the tent there from Lockie B. Another jumping sort of drop kick. Not quite getting the height that he would have liked, and only sending ELP down to his knees. Preferred position for ELP. And now Lockie B setting ELP up again. Could this be it? ELP.
Oh, it sneaks in the twist of fate. Absolutely.
And then could this be
slams
it?
Lockie.
ELP with a quick one and gets the 3 count on Lockie B. ELP victorious here at Wrestlehouse X.
And this is going to be absolutely heartbreaking for Lockie B right now. Calling out the match, wanting to set things straight with ELP.
Really wanting to prove himself as a single star. Lockie B and ELP just too good on the day, and quick twist of fate. The 1, 2, 3, and that's all it takes. ELP beats Lockie B here at Wrestlehouse X.
You've got to wonder, had ELP have not walked out on Vincent Crowley and went through the match, should he have been a bit more beat up? Lockie might have had a different.
I told you at home, Lockie B ain't nothing but a mark.
I'm pretty sure his name's not Mark. I think it's Lockie B, but
Oh, they know ELP.
continuing to beat him down.
The match is over and ELP just not letting Lockie B live down, calling him out.
Coming off like a single Hornsby Park mum. Yelling in the face of ELP. Lockie B, sorry, right there. Lockie B, a bit worse for wear there. But very
Lucky B gonna chase him back into the outside here.
not.
Looked like Lucky
not
B
happy
wasn't
at
letting him
all.
go out. I know.
Come on,
We're not done here, ELP.
LP still delivering that beat down on Lucky B. What's Lucky thinking? This match is over and
Lucky probably wanted to get a few more shots in at ELP. Probably thought he just missed out on his opportunity. And ELP gonna give it to him now. Rolls him back into the ring. ELP not done now either.
you know, I think this rivalry goes beyond matches here in Wrestlehouse, Ace. I think this is something very personal.
And once again, ELP going for the. It's Johnny Chrome.
Johnny Chrome coming out here to make the save. What's Johnny doing out here? You know, we've seen a few interactions between Lockie and Johnny in the past, but all been sort of, you know, due to tension and turmoil between the formerly known as Squadron and, well, the former now, I guess, Righteous Plan. But
These two men both have a lot in common now. Yeah, as you mentioned, the Squadron turned their backs on Johnny Chrome, sorry, and the Righteous Plan turning their backs on Lockie B. And perhaps an alliance between these two for the time being anyway. Johnny Chrome making a save there before ELP could hit that Twist of Fate again on Lucky B.
yeah, maybe Lucky B's time in Wrestlehouse isn't quite over yet. Maybe he's got some things to look out for now that he's got a new friend in the ranks, I guess.
And coming up in just a moment, our main event this evening, triple threat match for the Wrestlehouse Championship. Ace-Shack, the MXW Undisputed Champion, versus Ryan Tate and Johnny Chrome, the man we just seen. This is going to be an exciting one, isn't it?
It sure is, Ace, but you better get up there and do the announcement before it's too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following matchup is for the Wrestlehouse World Championship.
And now, my co-host Ace Montgomery in the ring there, announcing the new Wrestlehouse World title, which this triple threat match is for. And make his way out to the ring. One of the two men who were put in this match due to a no contest. Ryan Tate, former Wrestlehouse champion, former Wrestlehouse tag team champion, and Heatwave champion, Triple Crown champion in his glory. Ryan Tate. And he looks primed, he looks ready to go. This is no doubt going to be an awesome match today. Three absolutely amazing competitors. Here comes the man himself, formerly known as Adrian Goodwin, only returning a short time ago after being, unwillingly disbanded from the Squadron, who have also managed to kind of rebrand themselves in a very particular, intimidating way, but like I said before, Adrian Goodwin coming back and pretty much resetting everything about him, and now going by the name Johnny Chrome as he looks to ascend straight to the top only a short time after returning, really. So this will be very, very interesting. And of course, we can't forget the MXW Undisputed Champion making his way out now. God's gift, the very effing best, Ace-Shack. Entering the Wrestlehouse arena now, and look at that gold around his waist, the beautiful MXW title. As Ace looks to become AC2 belts today. You know, a little bit of a glimpse into what could be. Looking good with both of those belts. And as we know that Ace-Shack having to defend that MXW Undisputed title against ELP at Doomsday very
In
soon.
this corner, Johnny Chrome.
And Ace, your voice sounds beautiful from down here,
And
mate.
his opponent, Ryan Tate.
guy.
And their
This
opponent,
guy.
he is the MXW Undisputed Champion, Ace Shack.
Absolutely amazing energy from all three of these competitors here today in the main event of Wrestlehouse X. We would like to thank you all for tuning in, stopping by to catch all the action. It's been an awesome, very fun-filled event so far. Referee Peter Graham holds that title. This match about to get underway.
You ready? Yeah. You ready? Are you ready? Ready. Ring the bell.
Peter Graham signals for the bell to be rung. All three men.
Wait. Hang on. We don't need to do that.
He's calling a bit of a pause on things.
Your friends left you. I don't have friends, so why don't we be friends?
And Ace trying to call a bit of a truce here.
We can all be friends.
All three of these gentlemen, they come into some kind of agreement. But oh, and Ace getting tricked out of that one, thrown straight out of the ring as the two Wrestlehouse originals turn their back on the MXW superstar. But you can't just expect the friendships to be thrown out here, Ace. It's a little more complicated than that. But Ryan Tate and Johnny Chrome locking up now. Tate switches into the headlock, but Chrome quickly answers by pushing him off into a calf kick. Beautifully done, and some shots in the corner now. Taking control of Ryan Tate. Going for that suplex, and beautifully done by Johnny Chrome. Absolutely planting Ryan Tate straight onto his back there. Johnny Chrome with a little drop kick to the edge, and Ryan Tate answers with one of his own, sending Ace back down. Ace hasn't had a chance to get in the ring and really do anything at all, but Chrome hung over those ropes there, and Ryan Tate just working the limbs of Johnny Chrome. You know, we have seen many a times Ryan Tate and Johnny Chrome go head to head, and always very amazing matchups. And Ryan Tate on Ace Shack now, and drives him into that apron, throws his leg straight into the side there, and you know, the padding only hangs over in certain parts around that edge. As we can see right there, the wood exposed in certain areas. But Ryan Tate, the only one in the ring now, and trying to get some hype, and you can hear the crowd trying to get to the head of Ryan Tate, calling out for one of his former partners, the Wrestlehouse alumni, CJ Evans. Ace Shack and Johnny Chrome back to the ring, and a kick from Johnny Chrome. And Chrome climbs to the second rope there. And an elbow drop from Johnny Chrome, beautifully done. Caving the chest of Ryan Tate on that one, going for the pin, and Ace Shack quickly in. Peter Graham not even being able to get the count in. Now Ace just putting waste to everything and everyone. Beautiful enziguri from Ace Shack. Going for the pin, and kick out at 2 by Ryan Tate. Just wrenching the arm, and just pretty much drops on with his knee, and causing some pain to Ryan Tate's limbs there, and working that same arm. No, sorry, I think it was a different arm. I wasn't quite paying attention to that, but another stomp on the arm of Ryan Tate. You gotta think if Ryan Tate's arms are, you know, not in a good way, then beautiful drop kick from Ace Shack. Straight to the face of Ryan Tate. And Johnny Chrome. He sets up Ace Shack for a suplex now. And a bit of a fake out there into an arm wrench. Just driving into the arm of Ace Shack, and stomp on the shoulder. Causing a bit of damage. Johnny Tate just working. Johnny Tate sends Johnny Chrome, sorry, not Johnny Tate. Johnny Chrome sends Ace to the corner, but Ace ducks out of the way, and a kick to the face. Johnny Chrome. Tate comes and answers with a forearm to Ace Shack, and Johnny up. A suplex of his own there. Ryan Tate hitting a suplex back on Johnny Chrome, but a kick out at 2 from Chrome there. And now Ryan Tate just giving Johnny a bit of his own medicine. A beautiful running kick there. Pin. Kick out 2 again. Johnny Chrome back to his feet. Jumping kick. Nice little kip up there from Johnny Chrome as he runs. I think going to take Ace Shack, but Ace kind of stopping in there. Slingshot spear. Beautifully done.
Oh shit!
Realization is set in for Ace Shack. Ryan Tate. Very pissed off looking now. As he takes this fight to the outside now, and Tate and Ace are going to go at it out on the tops here in the Wrestlehouse arena. Throw Ace back in. A little spin around there and a forearm straight to Ryan Tate's head. And both men coming back to their feet slowly. Nicely done from Ace Shack there. Ace realizes you're not going to be able to get the pin out here. Needs to get Ryan Tate back in the ring, but also Johnny Chrome very close by. Ace Shack in his sights, and I don't know if Johnny's gonna take the opportunity there or shot to the face. Johnny Chrome, back of the head. And Johnny going for something here. What a DDT on the apron. Plants Ace straight on the head. You know, that's a very hard part of the ring, as we mentioned earlier, and made very prominent. And all 3 men just looking a bit exhausted, but trying to find their way and who's going to end up on top in this matchup, this triple threat main event for the Wrestlehouse World Title. And Tate and Adrian, Tate and Johnny, sorry, talking some tactics. You know, the former world-class members. These 2 were great friends at one point. And obviously, maybe some alliance happening today. Ace is a different one, but what a beautiful little diving drop kick between the ropes there. And Tate quickly just ruining that alliance between himself and Johnny Chrome, and obviously wanting to single out the MXW star while, you know, keeping the victory within Wrestlehouse's ranks. I think the last thing Johnny and Tate want to see is the Wrestlehouse World Championship be taken over to MXW in the likes of Ace Shack, but Ace tripping Ryan Tate there on the apron. Johnny Chrome back to his feet, but Ace taking control now. And slams Johnny into that wall. Right into the makeshift monster logo, and nice little drive-by drop kick to Ryan Tate there. And you gotta wonder what it's gonna take for, well, any of these men to put each other away and secure this title, but Ace now with Ryan Tate up on the shoulders. What an F5 from Ace Shack. The brute strength. You know, Ryan Tate and Johnny Chrome slightly larger than Ace Shack, but Ace powering through that, managing to hit Tate with that F5, and now laying some shots to Johnny Chrome. What a kick. Straight to the face of Ace Shack. Maybe Johnny's trying to set something up here, we're not too sure, but he also looks pretty exhausted. And all of them are looking a bit worse for wear now. Obviously we can't see Tate, but last we could see was still on the ground. And what do you know? Tate just looking half dead as Shack slowly makes his way back up to his feet, and I think Johnny Chrome trying to regain a bit of focus here, but Ace Shack setting up. What's he got? What's he got planned here? Takes Johnny Chrome out to the apron. I want a bit of a... I'm not sure what that was. I think Ace went for a suplex, but it was a little hard to get Johnny up. Ryan Tate soaking in the crowd interaction, trying to get his way up here. Is it going to happen? Ryan Tate charging up, using these chants to his advantage and to his feet now. Ryan Tate straight to the top rope. And what's he got planned here? This doesn't look too good at all. Or a Shaq right in the firing line. A dive from Ryan Tate. A big jumping senton to the outside pretty much, and takes a Shaq out. And Johnny Chrome answers with a kick there, and a bulldog from Johnny Chrome. That patented bulldog that we always see him do, and always as lovely as ever. 2 count. A bit of a mixture there. Tate with the foot on the rope. Not that it matters in this triple threat match, but Ace managing to break up the pin. Now maybe Ace trying to build a bit of momentum with the slaps there, but Johnny Chrome the first one up. And we're going to see Johnny...
Hey, Shaq. It's time for your own medicine.
And I think Johnny trying to do a bit of a mock here and give Ace Shaq a bit of... Oh, well, Ryan Tate holding Ace Shaq for Johnny Chrome there. Got a slingshot spear from Johnny Chrome, using one of Ace's own moves against him, and a little confused at the back and forth on this alliance from Ryan Tate and Johnny Chrome. I think Ryan Tate just trying to seek an opportunity here to take advantage, and standing moonsault, a little bit of a corkscrew into it, but hits him and goes to that pin, and a kick out from at 2 from Johnny Chrome, sorry. And this match has been absolutely amazing, so back and forth, and you know, it's kept me on my toes, that's for sure. I'm not Tate with Johnny Chrome on his shoulders there, and Chrome getting out of it and going for that suplex again. Maybe trying to throw Ryan Tate off a bit. Shoulder block into that corner. Now Chrome going back to the top. What are we going to see here? What a swanton from Johnny Chrome. Nails Ryan Tate in the torso with that swanton. And if Chrome can get the cover now, this could be it. 1, 2. Ace Shaq pushing the Peter Graham out of the way. You know, there is no disqualifications, as I've mentioned, in this triple threat matchup, so Ace not having to worry about any consequences. Beautiful super kick to Johnny Chrome. I think Johnny feeling that effect really bad. Wonderful drop kick from the second rope from Ace Shaq, but takes straight into that submission. Not quite sure what it is, like a reverse sleeper or something. But either way, if he can put Ace to sleep, this is it. He can become a champion, and Johnny Chrome will only be a few feet away. But Ace gets out of that with some shots to the head to Ryan Tate. Beautifully done by Johnny Chrome there.
It's time!
Johnny Chrome setting up and a standing leg drop onto the gonads. Like a few shades of Jeff Hardy there.
That's not how you do it!
On Ryan Tate going for that one-upsmanship there, and one of his own. Both just channeling
That's how you do
that
it!
inner Jeff Hardy, but Ryan Tate just trying to teach Johnny Chrome a lesson here, I think. And Ryan Tate picking up Johnny Chrome here. What's he got lined up, and going for that sidewalk slam. Just drops Johnny down straight onto his back. And Ryan Tate moving the ref out of the way. Oh, it's a Shippuden. We've seen this that many times from Ryan Tate over the years. Very classic Ryan Tate maneuver, going for that pin, and Ace-Shack straight in with that cradle pin. Broken up by a kick out and a roll up from Ryan Tate. I think Peter Graham getting a bit ahead of himself, not quite the 3 count, but Johnny Chrome just standing there like a fucking nonce. Do something, Johnny. This is, you know, if Ryan Tate taps, you don't win. You need to do something. Running jumping kick, and you know that could have had Ryan Tate have tapped out during that little run up. Could have been it for Johnny while he was just trying to break it up there. But I think, you know, Johnny now sort of realizing that he can lose that easily. He doesn't need to be involved in the final moments to lose this match. Beautiful Chrome cutter right there from Johnny Chrome. And if Chrome can get the cover, this could be it for both Ryan Tate and Ace-Shack. But Tate pulling Ace over. I think Johnny a bit ruined from that Chrome cutter himself. I mean, a very well 3 count there, but I'm very confused. Both Johnny and Ryan Tate pinning Ace-Shack, and I think the referee not very switched on with what's happening right now. I think he was very confused at that moment and counted the 3 count, but realized what had happened, and there's not. And there's.
He pinned me and he pinned me, so I'm the only one that didn't.
We got where the GM is patching through to Peter Graham rather, to restart this match.
You didn't win, man. You were the one that got pinned.
Yeah, you're gonna have to restart it, mate. The GM has told you now. There's no clear winner.
Go again.
Yep. The referee has restarted this match. Bell rung again. Ryan Tate straight in, trying to put Ace to sleep for the pin. Oh no, an armbar from Ace-Shack and a pin from Johnny Chrome. This is all kinds of carnage going on right now. And Ryan Tate with Johnny up on his shoulders. There it is. That slam onto the ground. The AA.
You want one?
I'm not quite sure. The Noah's Ark, I think, is believed. Oh, going for that jumping knee, but caught by Ryan Tate. Looks like a very Frankie Grime move he just pulled there. But Ryan Tate managing to counter. And up on the shoulders, maybe looking for another Noah's Ark. One death by a headlock, but countered by Ryan Tate. Ryan Tate manages to get Ace-Shack. Going for that cover. 1, 2, 3, and your new Wrestlehouse World Champion. The first ever Wrestlehouse World Champion with the new rebranded title. Ryan Tate has managed to put away Ace-Shack and Johnny Chrome. And you've got to think this is a wonderful moment for Ryan Tate. Everything has come full circle from tensions in the Righteous Plan to having to be put in this match due to a no contest because of an interruption, and you know you've got to be absolutely ecstatic if you're Ryan Tate right now. And the sheer relief on his face says it all. And congratulations, Ryan Tate. You have absolutely, and that was a very ominous ending to the music there, and I think Tate looking as confused as everyone else is feeling.
Put your hands up.
Well, it looks like our sound guy's a little bit out of it.
What the fuck?
I've got to agree, Ryan Tate. The audio guy here is, hang on a minute. Well, the audio guy seems to be still doing some work in the back, but we've not heard this theme song before. Who? Cameraman would. Oh no. Oh my god. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why this main event became a triple threat. Ace-Shack and Ryan Tate going one-on-one last episode for the finals placement of this match, and these two men, JP Bamford, and who we can only assume to be the big man, the big sexy, as he was known in the squadron. And there he is, Purge, looking a bit brighter than usual. But either way, them have arrived here in Wrestlehouse. Purge going for that full Nelson, that master lock of sorts.
gonna do, Ryan?
And poor Ryan Tate not even being able to properly celebrate the Wrestlehouse title. And as we know, Purge, the last Wrestlehouse champion, having to vacate due to injury, but you know, they did, JP Bamford did put the warning that they would be back when it's time, and Ace Shack lined up in a forearm to Ace Shack, takes him out. The forearm of Purge, roughly about the size of one of Bamford's legs, and Bamford locking in that crossface on Ace Shack. You know, one of Ace's own moves also, but pulling right back on that crossface, maybe something new we're going to see from JP Bamford here. Going straight for Johnny Chrome, and we know the history between these three men right now. JP Bamford just disposing of Ace Shack there. Taking out the trash, so to speak. Lines him up, and we have seen this many times before. A helluva kick, rather. My apologies. Straight in the corner to Johnny Chrome, but them definitely sending a message right now to not only Ace Shack, but Johnny Chrome and Ryan Tate, new Wrestlehouse champion. And after weeks of teasing and promos,
It was never about you. It was only about them.
they have arrived. And that's an awkward ending of sorts for the champion, but a great day we've had today. Thank you all so much for joining us. And that is all we do have time for. And thank you again for tuning into our 10th ever live event, Wrestlehouse X. We will be back soon with the rest of Season 3 of Inferno, so make sure to stay tuned, because I can only imagine this story is not over yet. So again, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you back on Wrestlehouse Inferno. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.